throwing the football. Here comes the blitz from Orr. Down he goes. Did the ball pop out? Another takeaway for the Wisconsin defense.
Everybody played man-to-man coverage on the outside, and Aiden Smith as a quarterback has no chance.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Right Way Sports Network. I'm your host, Daniel Alameda, and today we have a special guest, Chris Orr, a 2020 NFL Draft prospect. How you doing, my man?
I'm great, man. Thank you for having me.
For sure. No, thank you for taking the time out of your day. I know crazy stuff's going on, but thank you. I really appreciate it. And big shout out to Case Donahue of Team IFA or IFA.
Yeah, IFA.
You guys are all great working with me to get this interview, and you guys are all great people, so I really appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys. So let's get right into it, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
You grew up with your father, Terry Orr, who was a two-time NFL champion with the Washington Redskins. What was it like growing up knowing like all that he accomplished?
It's crazy because he never really talked about it too much. We kind of just found out on our own, which is really wild. He never really tried to put football on us or force us to play or anything. But once I found out, everything that he's accomplished in his career, I was just in awe that one, he can walk around as humble as he is, and two, that he actually achieved. He became a champion pretty much on every single level, and that's something that everybody dreams of when they play football.
Yeah. So what age did you like really learn about all that stuff? Like how old
I was
were you?
probably like 10 when I found out, like, dang, he won 2 Super Bowls, and he played in the league for 9 years. He was a really good running back in college. I'm like, man, we finding all these tapes and stuff. We find all these like VCR tapes, and we're putting them in, and we're watching him like kill. He went to University of Texas, played running back. He was killing TCU. He scored like 4 times. I'm like, man, like
that's
what?
my dad.
Yeah. So we went and talked to him about it, and that's when he kind of just told us all once. But he never really talks about it too much.
All right, so you were a 3-star recruit out of high school. You had offers from Kansas, Arkansas, Nevada, North Texas, and Wisconsin. So what about the program at Wisconsin really caught your eye?
I think more so I identified with who Wisconsin is as a program, who the Badgers are as a program, the fact that you're going to work for everything that you get up there. No matter what, if you come in and work hard, and you can achieve everything that you set out to achieve, and that kind of resonated with me. They kind of had Wisconsin has an underdog story as well. You can't just say like, oh, this is some big legendary program. Coach Alvarez helped put us on the map. With walk-ons. So it's ingrained in the Wisconsin Badgers to work.
I like that. Tough one here. Sophomore year, opening game against LSU, tore your ACL.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Explain to me how this injury and the recovery, because I know it's a long process. How did this help you grow as a player and as a person?
I think first of all, it helped me grow a lot as a person. I always thought that I had an optimistic, grateful kind of personality, but it made you truly live that. When you first do it, you can't really walk without pain, so you're on crutches, and then you start rehabbing. Well, you prehab. You do prehab for about a month before surgery, and then you get to the point where you can walk, and you almost feel like you're good. You almost feel like you can go back and go play outside of some pain, and then you had the surgery, and you start all the way back over with not being able to walk, barely being able to bend your knee, and it's just every day trying to make some type of gain, and it was definitely a mental climb. But for the times that I couldn't walk for like maybe a week or two, and it's like, man, there's some people that's out here like paralyzed and they can't walk at all. So during that year, I volunteered a lot, at like our children's hospital, pretty much any and everything I could do, and to just see the smiles that you can put on people's faces by playing football. People are looking up to you and looking at you like you're Superman. And when I got that injury, I'm looking at some of them like they Superman, because what they were going through, what they were fighting through, and for them to still be able to smile, it made me feel like I'm dealing with a crumb. And then as a football player, I grew a lot. It boosted my football IQ, to another level. I was already a pretty smart player, but in that year, my defensive coordinator, Justin Wilcox, I kind of told him like, man, I need to do something. Like I can't just rehab, watch practice, and then go home. Like I can't do that. So he basically let me be a GA. I would do my rehab in the morning. I would go meet with him, go over the game plan. He'll give me some type of task to do during the week. He might say, let me see all the two-back runs that this team does, or let me see their big game run plays against an odd front, whatever the case is. And all of that helped me so much. It helped me, one, get into the mind of a pretty successful coach. How can you operate a top defense in the nation, as well as how will people like to attack our defense? So I was able to learn the ins and outs of our defense pretty well, and it just helped me, getting to know football more and more.
For sure. I like the bigger than football thing. I really like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and football IQ, that's huge. Yeah, definitely, definitely. And your coaches over there at Wisconsin, great. Seem really good.
Yeah, great. Yeah, they helped me out a lot.
Yeah. Senior year, your first full year as a starter, absolutely great. 11 and a half sacks, 78 tackles, 14 tackles for a loss. How did everything all of a sudden just click for you?
Honestly, it was more so like I was confident. I was, the vocal and emotional leader of the team and the defense. So going into each game, I knew I had to be on my stuff. And then on top of that, I wanted to be the one to make the play. I knew that being a leader, people was going to look to me like we need to play if everything wasn't going well. So, I wanted to make sure that we were dominating whoever we played against.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that I spread the love with everybody else, and it kind of just unfolded like that. But, to be honest, it was just the first time that they just let me go completely. Like, almost like it took a leash off, and I was just able to play. And I think that helped me out a lot.
You feel like you still have way more to show then, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that wasn't even the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, see, because that was your first full year. So, I mean, for people looking at you, obviously you're senior, but, like, they got to understand the full story. They've got to understand everything around it.
Yeah, oh, yeah. It's deeper. Yeah. It's deeper than people think.
Oh, yeah. You played with some very great people at Wisconsin, very talented guys, and all throughout college. Who were some of those guys that really stood out to you, your opponents, your teammates? Who were just a couple?
Ooh, Derrick Henry. That was my first collegiate game ever. I was playing against Derrick Henry. I was kind of.
That was your first game?
Yeah, first collegiate game.
My.
And I played like 2.5, 3 quarters worth of that game. So I played a lot in that game, and playing against him. It didn't hit me till after the game, and I was really thinking about it. And I'm like, man, that was a big dude. Like he's legit like a defensive end, running faster than a lot of like DBs. Like he was, it was just crazy. You just in awe. He was like an 80s running back, but like can play in today. So it was pretty wild. I've played a lot of good people. Let me see. Derrick Henry, Leonard Fournette. When he was at LSU, Darius Geis, Reuben Foster. That Bama team. So the whole 2015 Bama team, mainly their defense. They kind of showed me like, ooh, this is what a top defense looks like. So the 2016 Michigan defense with Charlton, Taco Charlton, Maurice Hurst, and all of them. Curtis Samuel. He was really good. Yeah, he was really good. Let me see. Let me show my teammates some love. My teammates is all up. Everyone I ever played with from 2015. All up.
Yeah, I like how you're the leader. I know your teammate Zach Bond, really good, but it seems like you were one of the main leaders on that team. I like that. Going into the off season, you weren't invited to the combine. We know. Looking, 100% you should have been invited, but take me through your thoughts, and does this put like a chip on your shoulder? Are you more motivated now? Talk to me how you feel about the combine.
It definitely added, some extra motivation for me personally. I didn't necessarily take it too hard, as in the fact that like, oh, this is it, like it's over or whatever. But it definitely put a chip on my shoulder because I feel like my resume was good enough to get me there. So it definitely added some motivation. And I was already I was highly self motivated before that, and then they just added to it.
Yeah, for sure. You were very fortunate to have a pro day this year because,
Hmm.
obviously a lot of the teams
Yeah.
are getting canceled. And I saw
Hmm.
some of your stuff from pro day. Talk to me. How do you think it went?
I think it went really well. I like definitely could have did better on a lot of stuff, but
Mhm.
I was definitely pleased with it. I'm just hearing back from people. Everybody was shocked, I guess, by my numbers. They was really impressed. Apparently, I like outperformed what people thought I was gonna do. So, I was happy with that. But you're always looking for improvement. You always want to be better than you actually do. So,
Yeah.
it was a great feeling though.
Have you been in, I don't know really how much this works. Have you been in talks with any NFL teams? Have they been contacting you? Are you allowed to
Mhm.
like even tell me any of that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking to a few, mainly through Case, my agent,
Mhm.
um, and then some of them, they'll call my phone or whatever it is. So it's kind of crazy because I used to never answer
Phone
numbers if I didn't have them saved. If I didn't have a number saved, like I
call.
wasn't answering the phone. But like now, every time you get a call from somebody, you pick it up and it's like,
Yeah, for
"Hey, how you
sure.
doing? I'm Coach such and such with the Redskins or the Browns
Mhm.
or whatever the case is." But no, it's been fun and exciting for sure. I think it's a little different because of the shutdowns and stuff, but
Yeah,
it's definitely been fun for me.
I like that. What do you feel like in your game are your biggest strengths, and like what are you gonna bring to the table to an NFL team?
Mm. I think first and foremost, I'm a tenacious football player, physical.
Mm,
I think I bring a presence to the field. Rather that be on special teams or defense or whatever the case is. I want everybody to know that they're gonna get hit in the mouth. When they play against me, and I'm looking to bring that to any organization and along with my teammate. And then next, I would say, I feel like I'm the smartest, one of the smartest players in the country. I don't know everybody, but I feel like I'm one of the smartest players in the country for sure. And that's a big point of emphasis in my game. And then third, I would just say being an overall backer. I feel like I'm well rounded in every
mm,
aspect of a backer. I feel like a lot of people do a few things well, but I feel like I can do everything.
I like that. Every player has their weaknesses, and obviously you have a ton of
Mhm.
strengths. But what are some things that you feel like you can improve on, if there's anything?
Um, yeah, I don't even know if I can point out like a weakness, but I think that if I could add like game changing speed to my game, I feel like that would help me out a lot. Because I already know where the play is going majority of the time. I know what's going on. I know everything should fit, and that's how I got
Yeah.
majority of my stuff. I'm not saying that I'm not athletic or have some speed, but I think if I can get like crazy speed, like when Devin Bush was going 4.4, like if I
Yeah.
can get something like that, I feel like that would help me out a lot.
You mentioned Devin Bush. Who are some guys that you, whether they're in the league now or in the past, who are some guys that you like really watch and try modeling your game after?
Ooh, that's a long list. First, my brother.
Just give me a couple. Just give me a couple.
Yeah. First, I would say my brother, Zach Orr. Him.
Mhm.
He was an All-Pro backer in 2016, and kind of just seeing how he played. I definitely try to model a lot of my game after him. Then I'd say people like Quan Alexander, Levante David, Mike Singletary. He's always going to be in there. Sam Mills. Um, Let me see who else. And then I like the younger backers in the league too, like Devin Bush. I like his game a lot. I liked his game when he was at Michigan. He did a lot of things really well. Um, let's see who else. Loved how Kuechly played. London Fletcher. Love how he plays.
Redskins.
Yeah. That's the list
Yeah,
goes on for sure.
yeah, for sure. So when you're looking at your potential NFL career, what are some things that you really hope to accomplish?
I want to win a Super Bowl. I want to win more Super Bowls than my dad. So
Oh,
if that can yeah,
yeah,
if that can happen, I'll be the
everything.
happiest person alive. But even to get one, that'd be amazing. I'd never let that go. But to win a Super Bowl first and foremost for sure. And then I want to become an All Pro. Definitely, I mean for sure a Pro Bowl, but I feel like All Pro is a little different
Mhm.
than going to the Pro Bowl. Um, and then I wanna by the time I'm done, I want people just to say like, man, that was a bad dude on that field. I want to be remembered as one of the greatest ever.
I like that. Couple more questions. Just so right now, pre-draft process is going on. You know, there's mock drafts, everything flying around, and right now you're projected to go in the later rounds. But how much do you really like? Do you pay attention to any of that, or what's your mindset going into like once you get drafted? Like you don't care, or like what's your mindset?
Yeah, honestly, it's once I get drafted, I don't care. But it's fun to kind of look at some of that stuff because I don't know, it's just exciting. You don't really have
Yeah.
too much else to do. You start to picture yourself in some of these teams, and then it's crazy when you see a mock draft and it lines up with the team that you've been talking to, and it's kind of it kind of messes with you a little bit. But no, I definitely don't take it too serious. But it's definitely fun to look at.
So are you like going online and like searching like your own name and seeing like mock drafts, or like what are you?
Nah,
Like,
I
be
get
honest with
tagged.
me,
Like
be honest.
I'll get like tagged like on Twitter or something.
Oh,
Somebody
okay.
will mention me or something, and then it'll be like, "Oh, Chris, or like mock draft, you going here to the Eagles or whatever." And it's like, wow, like it's crazy. and then it kind of just keeps going. There's like a loophole of all of them. There's like a thread of mock drafts. If you click on one, it just keeps updating and stuff. So, it's fun to mess with, but and you definitely it's changed some a lot too with the everything being shut down. So you can't really worry about that too much.
All right, I'm gonna finish up with this question. It's a pretty deep question. I ask everyone this, not just people. In 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, 100 years, what do you want people to remember about the name Chris Orr? Deep question, but
I want everybody to remember me as a great person. I want people to remember me as a fun, loving, and caring person. I want people to say every time I saw Chris, he had a smile on his face and he was putting smiles on other people's faces. And if I could do that, I'd be more than happy. I'd probably be smiling in my grave.
Yeah, for sure. That'll do it. Anything we missed? Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to add?
Nah, appreciate you, man.
For sure.
Been
No, I
fun.
appreciate you for taking your time out of this. And for sure, you said happy. I know as soon as I called you, you were just energetic. You were really. That's why I like that about you. I mean, because some guys, it's more of just like, oh, I'm doing this, like, oh, like this is like my job. I'm supposed to do this. No, but like you're happy to do this. I appreciate that. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody can be in this position, so why not be happy?
Exact gratitude. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for taking your time out of your day. Once again, thank you to Case Donahue of Team IFA.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
For being more than willing to do this. He really helped me out. Really looking forward to continuing doing stuff with you guys. But thank you very much. That'll do it for this. See you guys next time.